And that's why I don't get it. I always said like upstate and then come down. Like a job. You know what I mean? Like, oh, go home, live upstate, come down during the day. On the weekend, go somewhere and travel. You know what I mean? But no, it's like somebody else wants to make or bring up stuff to have an excuse. Like last night, wasn't thinking about none of that, right? But then start bringing up old people that I had acquaintance with, and then trying to mix that whole thought of other stuff. I was like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not on that level. Never really was on that level. The only reason why I ventured back was to show that my privacy was being invaded to the max. When I say you got people outside, people in the stairwell, people in the hall, people in the apartment, people next door, people all the way in the back, construction workers, nature workers, workers that's walking through, like you had so many people imposing upon what was going on in, above, or around my apartment. And I was just like, that was entirely too much. And then you had stuff moving, you had stuff like all this other stuff. Somebody telling me some going here and da da da. Then you talking about some sandalwood, so I'm sneezing like crazy. You got all this stuff going on and moving stuff. And oh, do you remember where it's at? And cut on the lights. And oh, the snake. And oh, the this. And oh, not the snake. Oh, 100 officers. Oh, what was it? Don't remember where it's at. Oh, look, he. Oh, ha ha ha. Oh, little. Because of course I'm not. So it was, grower. But then you got oh this and oh you're naked. Oh look at him here. Oh nice butt. Oh got butt gotta get bigger. Oh fatten him up and oh this and that and oh this and that. I'm like that is a lot. And then you got somebody giving instructions if somebody comes over, trying to set me up to make me look bad. Oh put this in the window. Oh go to the oh go in here and smoke and blow it all over the place. I'm just like what? That's y'all. That wasn't me. I'm more like here we go again. Let me try. First of all, I'm thinking this is not what it is. Good. So now let me show you an example of how everything goes. As soon as I do this, you're gonna start messing with the curtain. You're gonna start messing with the water, turning it hot, turning it cold, cutting up the heat. And you're gonna start making noise, you're gonna start banging on the wall, and they're gonna have a baby next door. They're gonna have down the hall somebody yelling, and you're gonna say, oh, get this, so then you're gonna have somebody else upstairs having sex. Then you're gonna have somebody else talking about some oh, gonna make some money off you. Then you're gonna have somebody else start walking out in and out the door, slow slamming it, saying stuff as they pass by down the hall. Then you're gonna have somebody talking about some oh, take out the trash. Then you're gonna have somebody act like they raping somebody. Then you're gonna have somebody act like they killing somebody. Then you're gonna have somebody making noise at the trash can. Then you're gonna have somebody messing with my windows. Then you're gonna have somebody in the kitchen making noise. Then you're gonna mess with my Google Home. Then you're gonna let my phone low. Gonna try to get my phone wet. Then after that, you're gonna try to mess with my TV. Then you're gonna try to mess with the porn. And when I pull up the porn, you're gonna call it out. Then you're gonna have people start hitting me up online every time I get ready to get situated and sit down. Bling! And I'm like, oh. So I answer the message. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna put up a nice picture, so I try to get them to come over. But I'm like, okay, I'm not really trying to get you to come over to have sex. I'm trying to get you over to see this mess. That's what it was. Like, I'm not really trying to have sex. I want you to see the mess. That whole mess that was going on. I was like, whoa, this is too much. Then you're gonna say, oh, he's gay. Then you're gonna say this. You say, oh, he can't be an Illuminatus because he's gay. And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to get somebody over here I can see. They can stay in the living room. I said that about an officer. I was like, officers should sit their butt in the living room and just watch, listen, observe, observe, report. Observe, report is what you should do. Sit in the apartment. You know why they never did? Deniability. That's exactly why. Deniability. They didn't want to be able to sit in there and say, oh yeah, we heard everything. Oh yeah, we saw everything. Oh yeah, we know. Not stupid. It wasn't born yesterday. So they can have that deniability factor. But I'm just like, why? Because what I'm saying is true. I wasn't trying to just party central, have a whole bunch of people over and just, yay, party. You know what I mean? Because like that probably could have easily happened. And then the last time somebody came over, we just kind of laid there. It was kind of decent, but you still heard. You know what I mean? It was still kind of awkward because you still hear somebody. Then when you'd actually try to do something, you have somebody direct the sex. So like you don't want gay sex, but then if you were to have two dudes in a room, you're trying to tell the dude what to do. That didn't make no sense. It's like an oxymoron. And then, oh, it's not good enough for you. So I was like, okay, I hear you talking, but it's not like always about like what somebody thinks is an outward appearance. Sometimes it's about the person that they are. And then maybe sometimes you're attractive to you and not attractive to somebody else. So then you start talking about them or telling people that, oh, he's thinking this bad about you. Oh, he thinks your breath stink. Oh, he thinks you're homeless. Oh, he thinks you're this. And I'm like, whoa, that is a lot. And then all of a sudden, oh, not giving out my back. And I'm like, okay, wow. I can't do nothing. And then when I pull up a porn, we want to call it out. It better be a gay porn. I mean, it better be a straight porn. I'm like, okay, that's what I was going to watch, but it pulled up gay. Oh, he's put up gay porn. Oh no. Why did I mess it up? I'm like, dude, I was actually going towards straight, but hey. Then you put on a straight porn, and all of a sudden, it's like they got something to say back to you, and I'm like, oh, man, this is kind of weird. And then once that happens, guess what they do? They run me out of the room so they can watch the porno. So they can try, I guess, record it or watch it or, sit there and make it like it's for them. That's why they said their name. That's why they kept saying their name is my name. And I'm like, no, your name is not my name. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, you have somebody doing this reading crap and being like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, you're getting a little carried away. First of all, you run around telling people that's your name. But then when you're in here, you're trying to use my name. They're like, oh, whatchamacallit talks too much. No, y'all did. Like, you did all this, and you talking about pinhole cameras. You're telling people what to do, acting like they're not listening as they walk by. Like, so when you tell somebody, go by his door and say, they're going to hear other stuff. You tell somebody to do this when you walk by or shrug your shoulders, they're going to still listen to see what else they hear. Then you have somebody already mimicking you. So it's like if they're already mimicking you, they already heard you. If homeless people were mimicking you at Polo Grounds when they're here, what do you think they're going to do? You said that at the last place. Remember the guy was sitting outside the trash that looked homeless? He was like, oh, let the homeless people make some money off of you. It's like, oh, but I thought we owed it to you because of your back. Remember that you said you lied to them? Oh, yeah, it was my back, so I need to make some money off it. So then why did the gays? So why is the homeless? They black, why is the dealers? I thought you were mad at them because they sold drugs. And then I noticed too, which is why I hope my hard drive still works. I recorded one day the dealer being in my apartment, or the quote unquote dealer being in my apartment, and them going through my bag. You wanted them to go through my bag to get and bring to you, but you did not arrest. Why is that? Were you getting high? So that's somebody that you want to do what? Somebody would want somebody to spend their money, jeopardize their life, have a whole situation like that going on, just so they can get some drugs and get high and have a good time. Because that's what happened. And that's the honest to God truth. So that's why I'm looking at New York like, what are y'all doing? Like, do you know what you're doing? Do you know who you're doing it for? Because clearly, that type of behavior, if you do it then, you'll do it again. And that's not cool. And that's exactly what happened. They're like, oh, what about you? You was da 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 da. Every time I did something, I was like, Lord, I know this isn't. I know this person wouldn't do this to me because I'm being watched. Why would somebody do that while somebody's being watched? That's why I'm like, oh, they probably had to try to do all this extra stuff to try to make it look like it was. That was the thing. So it really wasn't that. They were trying to make it look like, but they did a bad job because if it was, you're not gonna do all that. It doesn't make you do all that. That's a whole lot. It really doesn't make you do all that. So that's why I was like, it's not this, it's something else, and y'all are acting like it. It's like crack, and I'm like, no, that's